Namaskar and welcome again to Planet to Soul Astrology. So friends, hope you all are doing wonderful, and yes, thank you for appreciating my video on Ascendant Rising Nakshatra. Few of them ask in comment section, as well as they mailed me that from which book I have read this. So to be very honest, I have not read it anywhere. I have experienced it, I studied it, and maybe it would have been written somewhere, but I'm not aware about it. But I found this technique working in a fantastic way. And when we are talking about ascendant rising nakshatra, so definitely that means that we have to believe it, because we have got that particular ascendant nakshatra as per our karmic will, as per our karmic cycle. So this is, friends, second part of ascendant rising nakshatra. So basically what happens, whatever ascendant is rising, that rising ascendant will decide your nature, your characteristic, I mean to say the zodiac sign which is posited there, and the nakshatra which is rising will decide your life cycle, will decide your life pattern, will decide your karma cycle, and it is holding your past life karmas within it. Nakshatras are the basic chambers. Nakshatra are Pandoras, which has so many hidden memories, so many hidden things, and so many hidden items, you can call it as a, which is yet to open. That is everything lying in your ascendant rising nakshatra. I pay too much of attention towards that. If you will start realizing your ascendant nakshatra, you will definitely know your life pattern, you will definitely know how to improve your life pattern. People even born in Rahu nakshatra, Ketu nakshatra, Surya nakshatra, Mangal nakshatra, they have that energy hidden within them. They have to activate that energy in a good way. Activating energy doesn't mean that you have to activate that house or activate that adverse or negative signification. It means that you have to start accepting those planets energy into you, and you have to be very much neutral if those energies are making negative impact on you, or if you are born in moon rising ascendant nakshatra. Here maybe you have a Taurus ascendant and you are born in Rohini nakshatra, that means you are born in Chandra nakshatra. But basically, if your moon in your chart is going in debilitation position, it is going exactly opposite, so definitely your karmic connection is connected to your 7th house matter, wherever that ascendant nakshatra lord is going. Definitely you have to see that yes, I have to improve my karmic connectivity towards my 7th house. How I will improve? Because 7th house has so many signification. Apart from marriage, partnership, this is a house of your public image, this is a house of your social status. So you have to manage very well in society. You have to manage yourself with a good rapport, with good relationship, good talking terms with other people, as well as with your own family, with your mother, because moon has that tendency. You have to travel a lot. It is not mandatory or not necessary that you have to make long distance travels. Same way, whatever ascendant nakshatra rising, you have to enhance, or you have to rectify, or you have to manage that house. That is what I was trying to explain in my last video also. So ascendant rising nakshatra, wherever it is going in your chart, that house also has to be managed very well. As I said, that you have to see distance between your ascendant rising nakshatra and then your ascendant lord. Apart from that, this is the second step of it, that just see where your ascendant rising nakshatra is posited in your Janma Kundali, that is in your birth chart, where it is posited, and this will only decide your karmic connectivity, your karmic baggage, or whatever is uh, whatever is retained in your chart, everything is in that house. I will give you one simple example. Okay, if you are born in Rahu nakshatra, okay, and if Rahu is posited in your second house of chart, then your karmic connectivity or your karmas are more connected to your family, your finances, your love life, your sustainability of marriage life, your spouse life, everything, and longevity of your marriage, everything is lying in your second house. And when Rahu like planets goes there, it has a negative impact on that in terms of discouraging some of the fruits out of all these significations. So many other significations are lying in second house. I am not saying that person will be totally deprived from that fruits, but it will be deprivement of some of the signification, like maybe this native is away from his or her own family, maybe this native is not able to save money, maybe this native is not having very indulged relationship with spouse or friend circle, maybe this native is having some or other health issues always, maybe this native is not able to keep very good social relationship. Then you have to see all other factors, that wherever which sign this Rahu is posited, whether that lord is better in a chart or no. See, so many things we have to see, but here I am just talking about your karma cycle, your past life connectivity. Definitely in some of your life, definitely you have enjoyed or you have explored your second house so very much that this life Rahu has come there, if your ascendant rising nakshatra is of Rahu. Same way you have to see all the planets for you, which house they are going, which planet it is posited with, then again fruits will vary. Okay, which planet it is getting aspect, if say second house Rahu is there, but if it is getting aspect of Jupiter or Venus, so definitely this Rahu is getting improvised. You have done some good karmas also, that is why you are also getting good perks out of, good stars out of this Rahu, and definitely this Rahu will make you able to sustain in this karmic life, in this karmic cycle, right? But basic criteria is your past life karmas are posited in the house where your ascendant rising nakshatra lord is posited. You have to work, dig more that house, you have to improvise, even though it is a benefic planet and posited wherever in a chart, still that house is asking for giving back the runas. It is runanubandha, what we call, it is the perfect word. Rinas means what you owe to give to somebody, so you have to repay it. It is not always getting, you should have a nature of giving. If it is fifth house, then definitely so much of karmic cycle you are living the same life what you left behind, same life package you are getting, with particular specific qualities and quantities in your life. So this is what I always wanted to tell, that how you have to see your ascendant rising nakshatra in a chart. Then you have to see that which house it is posited, and then you have to see the karakatvas or signification of that particular house. Then you will decide that yes, I need to rectify or I need to judge this house more, because you can only be the best judge of your own karmic cycle. Nobody else can judge. Only one can guide you, but improvising the things or improving the things totally depends on your karma, totally depends on your deeds, it totally depends on your nature. So in that case you have to improve your nature. It is not only house, you have to improve that particular planet nature also. So this way definitely you will be able to live a better life than what you always was living till now. See, in this life only we have to improve everything. We should not wait that yes, my this Mahadasha will come and then I will do it. No, I am definitely going to make third part of this. So this is enough for your second part. So start studying your karmic cycle. In third part again I will reveal something different than this. So by that time stay tuned with Planet to Soul Astrology. My best wishes are with all of you, and as I always say, Sabka Mangal Ho. May all be blessed. Namaste.